Oh my god. I'm going to show some of my favourite film photographs from the last year or so. My first kind of film was shot on this camera, which is a Praktica, and this film was from September 2018 to January of this year, 2019. This camera is very broken. I only got like 13 pictures from this camera when I took like 35 because the settings like don't work at all. I got these really nice ones of my sister in her room actually. I think there was three of her. And then she actually took a couple of me. As you can see, the camera's just a bit like dark in these, and there's one picture on here which my brother took, which was just like insanely dark. Something was broken, I can't remember. The photos were a bit weird, but here's a couple of them. This one, I really like this picture, but my friend Lucy took it of me. This is actually of me, but it is deep fried pineapple. I just took this picture which I quite like, which is of a couple of other film cameras that I have, one of which, this one. So the next camera that I had was actually a disposable from Boots, and this one, they only have like 26 exposures anyway, but this one also like was a bit shit because they didn't all develop. I think this is it. Yeah, this is my next set of images. So I have most of them of my friends. So this was around Christmas time, so we were doing a Christmassy thing. Only this amount of disposable, only this amount came through. I have this picture of my sister, which was just on my bed. There's a couple on here of my friend Ella. We went to London last December. I just remembered one of them's on my wall. One of them's on my wall, but this is one that I really, really liked as well. And then there's a couple, there's this one, which I know is also on my wall, so I'll just pop it on the screen, of her, and then she took a really similar one of me, that was in London as well. Yeah, I'm not going to show many from this camera because they were mostly of my friends. So, the next camera I have is from January 2019 to March. Oh, this was a really good film. I really like these pictures. These ones were the ones taken on this camera. I did not realise they were taken on this camera. All the ones that I use film for are either Fuji ISO 200 or Kodak ISO 200. In colour, of course. I have these two photos which are kind of like failed. Like the first one, I have absolutely no idea what this was supposed to be. The second one is like my light. I don't know if you can see, it's like my lampshade. And the film burned on each side, like, don't know why that happened. As well as this one. This one just didn't really work. I don't know why, these are very, very green. But yeah, these were on a train on the way to see the 1975 in January. I also have this photo of my shoe and then my sister's shoes, and that was on a ferry to the Isle of Wight. And I also have a photo of my brother, my dad and my sister on that ferry as well. So yeah, this was like, we went to the Isle of Wight for February half term. This photo I really, really love, of this place called Sunset Bungalows. We just parked next to it and I thought it looked really cool, so I took a picture. And then I just have a bunch of kind of naturey ones. So we went on a walk like to the Needles and other places. And then there's a couple of like me and my sister on the beach, which obviously weren't taken by me, they were taken by my dad or something. I really like this film, it worked really well. For this old of a camera, I really thought it wasn't going to work out, but it did, so that's fun. I also have this photo that's out of focus of a dead seahorse that we found on the beach, and I took a picture of it on my phone, just in case the film camera didn't come out. Okay, moving on to a film from April to July. This camera as well. Now this time, I don't know if it's because I used a different film, but they came out with like a purple tinge the whole way through. It's just they just looked a bit weird. I mean, they're still quite like nice. So there's a bunch here from a trip to London that me and my family went on in April. Yeah, these are really nice. Like I said, they're a bit purple. Don't really know why that is. Then I have these 4 from the train. And I did loads because I don't know why. I did quite a few different variations of those. So I took this camera on a family London trip, and then I also took it on a solo London trip. So I have a couple here from that, which I really like. There's some ones. So next up we have this camera, which was from May to June of this year. These ones are pretty much all of my friends, so I'll show a couple of them. This first one is from another London trip me and my friend Ella did in May. My friend Hattie, my actual favourite person in the whole world. Yeah, I'm not going to show most of these because they're all of my friends. That's it. Okay, so this camera was a Kodak disposable, which I really liked because the colours came out really bright and nice. These photos of my beautiful friend Lucy, absolutely gorgeous. This is when we went up to London for a university open day. I also have a bunch from the community festival this year, which was pretty fun, and the photos turned out better than I thought they would, to be honest. That's about it. That's the only ones I'm going to show for this film. But this was really banging. I like this camera a lot. I would recommend it. Kodak is... This film was taken on another Boots disposable one. I don't mind these cameras, they don't turn out like as bright. There's this one of me sticking my head out the window. Ew, I'm so ugly. My brother took that one, and I did take one of him sticking his head out the window, but it didn't like work. That was in France. There's this photo of La Rochelle, which is the place we were at in France. This really nice one of my sister and my dad when we were in France on a boat. This camera I took on my kind of Airbnb England holiday with my friends. So there's a couple here from like our barbecue time, and like when we went to the beach and stuff. But this is my kind of most recent camera. That was just a regular one. This was a Boots disposable one. And I took this to Wales. We were like looking at my sister's uni in Wales, so I took this camera and I took a couple of pics. Really nice one of a van in the car park. And then I got this one of a ice cream van, but I have my finger over the camera. This one's of my room. But basically most of the like photos I take on film, they'll either be kept in my like studio room, or I'll put them on my wall if I really like them. And then I took some like as we were driving home from Wales, of like the buildings around and stuff like that, which I thought looked really cool. There's also this one of someone on a bike, which I really like. And my sister took these ones of me. I don't look very happy. The thing is, I was taking them because like I asked my sister to take them because like I'm wearing a purple jumper, but it matched the purple of the car park we were in, but then I took a photo and then it just didn't. And I don't know why, that it seemed like a lot of the exposures didn't come out for that one. Oh my god. Okay, so that is all of my film photography, well, some of my best film photography over the last year. Anything that I didn't show is probably on my wall behind me, or it's just like bad, or it's of my friends and I didn't want to show it. So this video is basically mainly for me, just to remember, like, you know what I mean? There's pros and cons to using a film camera like compared to a disposable. I think disposables probably disposables are kind of cheaper if you get like one or two, but if you're planning on doing loads of film photography, you might as well just buy one of these, because then you've got the camera and then you just have to buy the film and develop it. And it's also better for the environment, so you don't have to keep buying disposables every single time. That is everything I have to say.